Mum! Mum! Is lunch ready?
I'll be there in a jiffy, Peter. The human body gets energy in the nicest way, from delicious meals like this. But a meal is only raw material. The body has to extract the energy from the foodstuffs by digesting them. When we chew our food, it is the first step in the long process of digestion, a process which transforms matter into energy. The food is about to travel down the esophagus, the tube that leads to the stomach. Meanwhile, in the nucleus of a nearby nerve cell,
Chief! The message is on its way!
Huh? You lot are asleep on your feet. Can't you see that some food is on its way down already? Send out an immediate order to the muscles in the wall of the esophagus. Let's get them moving!
Immediate orders for the muscles in the wall of the esophagus!
Well, it's about time you lazy louts got down to some work, isn't it?
Come on, you loafers. I need you wide awake for this. Now! 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Kilojoules fat, 5 kilojoules protein, 5 kilojoules starch. Very nice. Oh, there's some sugar, plenty of it too. Some more fat, a few units of vitamin D. That's good. You can let that lot through, it's fine, but there's no need to rush. We don't want a blockage. It's bad enough the way these children boat their food.
Clear the way to the stomach.
Oh, pardon me.
the stomach, with its gastric juices, is like a processing factory where all the jumbled elements of the food are separated and classified. Fat, fiber, minerals, vitamins, starches, sugars, proteins. All the ingredients of Jumbo's lunch are broken down and dissolved in the gastric juices.
The food is arriving. When digestion begins, we're going to need a lot more juice.
We'd better increase the rate of flow immediately.
Hello? Hi!
And now we're going to need all the gastric enzymes, I think.
Calling all gastric enzymes, calling all gastric enzymes. Report for duty immediately.
Where are they headed, Professor?
They're off to the stomach, my child, in the very devil of a hurry because they're needed. When duty calls, those enzymes drop everything and scramble.
Let them get on with their digestion by all means, but they could show us some consideration. Our oxygen is precious. It's an imported commodity after all.
Hormones, small but fast-acting. Their calling in life is to chivvy the gastric enzymes along when they need it. Look over there.
Pepsin milk is my speciality. You're supposed to process protein. I thought you knew that, dear. Come on, let me take that off your hands.
How silly of me. There.
The hard-working enzymes take a break from their digestive tasks, but it's not long before they're inundated again and toil to get on top of their workload at last.
Peptides, amino acids, and coagulated milk. It all seems to be in order.
And far too much sugar, as usual. Look at all the fat he's asking for indigestion. Right, open the pyloric sphincter and clear the way to the small intestine.
Bye!
Hey, you, where do you think you're going?
Oh, us, officer.
We're E. coli bacteria.
We live in the small intestine, officer.
Yes, officer, it's down in that direction, but I think we best be getting along now, so goodbye.
They claim to be E. coli bacteria, but they remind me of salmonella. Wait! You bacteria! Come back here, I want to see your papers. That's odd. I could have sworn.
Well, Jumbo, you're getting stuck into that apple pie, all right?
It's so delicious, Peter. I'll just have another tiny helping.
But you've had enough already.
I'm a growing boy with a healthy appetite.
Feeding his face again. Just look at all the fat, all the sugar. It's disgusting. Priority message for the gallbladder. Step up production of bile immediately or we'll never manage to digest all this extra fat. And you'd better let the pancreas know that we need more enzymes and plenty of them to deal with all that sugar.
Ciao!
Works like a charm. Even if the stomach did a great part of the work, we'd be lost without that bile from the liver to digest fats for us. Where are those pancreatic enzymes I ordered? We need them to deal with the sugar and protein.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant, it's swarming with bacteria!
Calm down, you silly boy. Those E. coli bacteria are on our side. You didn't learn very much at school, did you?
You'll see a few million more of those before the day is over.
Oh, look, Millicent, dear, it's cellulose.
Yes, Emmeline, my dear. The skin of an apple is tailor-made for us, isn't it?
I see you girls are knitting vitamins again.
And where would the body be without the vitamins we so obligingly manufacture? Answer me that.
No?
It's not starting again.
Oh dear, when is he going to give us a break?
He eats just when he wants to.
Yes, and it's mostly between meal times, isn't it?
Come on, enzymes, hop to it!
What is that awful rumble?
Your attention, please. The stomach is overloaded. Emergency evacuation of contents is imminent.
What does he mean by that, Chief? Evacuation of contents?
Jumbo's going to throw up.
Shall we tune in, then?
By all means. Oh, stop it, you glutton, stop it! That really is the last straw.
There we are, Jumbo. You'll feel better in a couple of minutes. Here, drink this, my child. It should help you.
It's working. He's a lucky boy. That's what happens when you gorge on rich food, understand? Mind you, Jumbo deserves some sympathy. That pie was delicious. Well, that's that. Now, let's get on with the digestive process. Where were we? Of course, here in the duodenum. Circulation seems to be okay. The liver. How lucky he is to have a young, strong liver that works so hard at getting rid of undesirable substances. But I'll tell you about the liver some other time. The liver is miraculous. The pancreas is a fascinating organ, too. Right, on we go.
It's quiet, isn't it, Maestro?
Yes, thank goodness. Good morning to the pair of you.
No complaints, then?
The usual. Nothing to write home about. Mind you, a quick squiz down the small intestine wouldn't go amiss. Poor Jumbo's been sick already today, and we don't want him getting diarrhea into the bargain.
Good idea.
Right, let's get back to work. I want to take a much closer look at the villi in the small intestine. The intestine is carpeted with tentacle-like villi, which have very thin walls and a very rich blood supply. This is where they all leave the digestive system and into the bloodstream by squeezing through the walls of the blood vessels. Sugars, salts, fats, vitamins.
I'm sorry, but you amino acids aren't allowed to hitchhike. You're supposed to find your own way to the liver up the hepatic portal vessel. You can't miss it if you go straight along there. You can't get on, fatty, and they'll have to get off again. Fats go via the lymphatic system, as if you didn't know.
We know you hate carbon dioxide, Hemo.
Never mind, Hemo. When you pass through the liver, you'll come out feeling clean and refreshed.
Okay, get your heads down.
Look at that, Captain.
Salmonella bacteria. They're the ones who cause food poisoning. Calling all antibody units. Urgent. Reporting the presence of salmonella in the small intestine. They are located in the duodenum. Send the anti-salmonella squad.
We're also going to need some extra macrophage support.
Oh no, we've been spotted. Come on, let's get out of here.
Mission accomplished, Captain.
Hold it, Lieutenant. I think the Colonel's coming through. Situation under control, Colonel. A few salmonella successfully infiltrated the small intestine, but our macrophages made short work of them.
Good. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Young Jumbo seems recovered from his nausea and from the salmonella, which entered his system because he didn't wash his hands before eating. And now his inside calmly continues with the process of digestion. Rush hour is over, but various bacteria lie in wait ready to mop up struggling dietary fibers.
Mr. Policeman, those nasty bacteria won't leave us alone. And we do a worthwhile job too, you know. We clear up.
There's an E. coli bacterium busy splitting proteids up into amino acids. One of her colleagues is sniffing round to see what she can find, while others are busy making vitamins.
Hey, girls, don't forget the vitamin B, my dears, will you now? It'll be needed for making new blood, won't it?
And what about K? The blood won't clot without it.
I can never remember the pattern for B.
Give it here and I'll show you. That's it.
Fibre seems to be the only surviving remnant of Jumbo's delicious lunch. Now we pass into the large intestine, where the fibres are handled quite roughly.
It's struggling me flat. I can't bear it.
All this squeezing removes the moisture from the fibres. It is absorbed through the walls of the intestine, while the fibres go marching on.
What's down there?
That's the appendix, dear.
Well, what's it for?
Absolutely nothing apart from getting appendicitis.
So you see, as we come to the tail end of the digestive process, there are policemen, friendly bacteria, and antibodies, all on their guard.
But why do we need so many of them, Chief?
Well, this is the end of the digestive process, and just supposing a few harmful germs had got this far, it would be an ideal place for them to multiply. The climate is perfect for them. There are thousands of friendly bacteria out there who help us with digestion. They give their services free.
Oh!
Right, now let's get down to some work.
Okay, you guys, this is it. Wait for my signal, then start multiplying. We'll catch them napping. Ready, set, divide!
Salmonella! Police, why don't you answer?
On our way, Maestro.
Huh? Ah, wonderful, yonder. Oh! The sooner the better.
Peter, they're spreading like wildfire.
You're right, this is an alert. There's a large salmonella presence in the colon. Come in, police.
All patrolmen must report immediately.
Are you with me, antibodies? Attention! This is an emergency. Their numbers are increasing by the minute. We desperately need a squad of highly trained and dedicated fighters equipped to deal with salmonella.
We've got them, you guys. But in the meantime, just keep on multiplying. We're going to reduce this child's digestive tract to ruins.
Jumbo wouldn't sleep so soundly if he knew that an army of germs was planning to take over his body. If they succeed, it's his own fault for not washing his hands. This engagement promises to be a major battle, and Colonel Peter is in overall command.
They're multiplying even more rapidly. We must attack now. Metro, here are your orders. Attack the enemy's left flank with your special antibody squad. Lieutenant Jumbo Jr. will hit them hard in the center with his polynuclear brigade. Take no prisoners. Lieutenant Clare, I want you to cover our right flank with your lymphocyte units. Understood?
Message received, Colonel.
Captain Peter, I'm delegating overall command of this entire operation to you. I'll be counting on you.
I won't let you down, Colonel. Calling all friendly bacteria. Do you read me? Your assistance is urgently requested to help fight off a massive salmonella invasion. Please, come quickly.
Right you are then, sir.
No sign of our allies. Ah, here they come at last.
There was no need to worry, Captain. You know that we Ecolis would never leave you in the lurch.
I know that, Chief, but there aren't very many of you, are there?
We've got a few tricks up our sleeve, Captain. Just you watch.
Well, that's that. You know, in the intestines of a human being, there are millions upon millions of bacteria, all fighting for survival. And some of them are very nasty characters indeed.
Oh!
But the helpful bacteria tend to keep the bad ones in check. When the useful ones have got the upper hand, which is usually the case, then all's well. The useful organisms win because they're in partnership with the body. It shelters them and they protect it.
And so our story of digestion is over. And the last step is the elimination of waste products.